On the battle-scarred front lines of eastern Ukraine, where trenches, drones, and electronic warfare shape daily combat, even the smallest innovations can tip the balance. One such adaptation, quiet, fast-moving motorcycles, fitted with suppression systems, has emerged as a surprising tactic among Russian troops attempting to maneuver undetected. But as one Ukrainian Azov Brigade sniper demonstrated, even stealth has its limits. Reports from the front describe Russian units experimenting with lightweight motorcycles modified to reduce engine noise. These machines, often stripped down and fitted with makeshift mufflers, allow small teams to traverse contested terrain quickly while minimizing acoustic signatures. The goal is simple: move closer to Ukrainian positions without triggering early detection from sound-based surveillance or attentive infantry. In theory, the tactic offers clear advantages. Motorcycles can navigate narrow paths, avoid heavily mined roads, and reposition troops faster than foot patrols. In practice, however, silence is relative, especially in an environment saturated with sensors, drones, and seasoned observers. For Ukrainian snipers, patience and perception are everything. The Azov Brigade, known for its experienced marksmen, operates in sectors where terrain varies from dense woodland to open fields scarred by shelling. In such environments, even subtle irregularities can stand out. According to accounts shared within Ukrainian military circles, one Azov sniper detected unusual movement patterns during a routine Overwatch mission. Rather than the typical dismounted patrol, the sniper observed fleeting silhouettes moving faster than expected between tree lines. The sound, though faint, carried a distinct mechanical rhythm, muted but not invisible to a trained ear. Using a combination of optical tracking and prior knowledge of enemy movement corridors, the sniper began to anticipate the route. The motorcycles, while quieter than standard vehicles, still disturbed dust, vegetation, and light in ways that betrayed their presence. When the opportunity came, it unfolded quickly. The lead rider entered a narrow clearing just wide enough to expose both the vehicle and its operator. Timing was critical. Unlike infantry on foot, motorcycle units present a smaller window for engagement due to their speed. The sniper took the shot. The first round disabled the lead rider, causing the motorcycle to veer and collapse. The sudden disruption forced the trailing rider to slow, creating a second target. Within moments, the attempted stealth maneuver had turned into a halted, vulnerable position. What followed was not just a demonstration of marksmanship, but of battlefield awareness. The sniper reportedly disengaged immediately after the shots, avoiding counter-detection from enemy forces who would likely respond to the contact. This incident highlights a broader truth about modern combat. Innovation alone is not enough. Every new tactic introduces new vulnerabilities. Suppressed motorcycles may reduce noise, but they cannot eliminate visual signatures, terrain impact, or the unpredictability of human observation. For Ukrainian defenders, the encounter reinforces the importance of layered awareness, combining sound, sight, and pattern recognition. For Russian forces, it underscores the challenge of achieving true stealth in an environment where even minor anomalies can draw lethal attention. Motorcycles in warfare are not new. From World War II dispatch riders to modern special operations units, two-wheeled vehicles have long been valued for speed and agility. What's different today is the attempt to integrate them into stealth operations within a sensor-rich battlefield. Yet, as this encounter shows, the battlefield itself has evolved just as rapidly. Drones overhead, thermal optics, and highly trained personnel create a detection web that is difficult to evade entirely. The Azov Brigade sniper and the suppressed motorcycles is not just about a single engagement, it's a snapshot of a war defined by constant adaptation. Each side experiments, refines, and counters in a continuous cycle. In the end, technology may change, tactics may evolve, but one constant remains: the human element. Skill, patience, and awareness still decide outcomes in moments where seconds matter. And on that day, in a quiet stretch of contested land, those qualities proved decisive. Geolocated footage posted online shows Ukrainian troops recently advanced south of Kolodyazy, northeast of Lyman. Spokesperson for the 11th Army Corps of Ukraine's armed forces, as saying Russian forces attacking from Seversk have suffered heavy losses, partly because the flat terrain leaves them exposed. ISW also reported Ukrainian gains in the Kostiantynivka-Drushkivka tactical area. Footage from April 30 showed Ukrainian defense forces advancing in eastern Kostiantynivka after Russian troops made another attempt to infiltrate the area. Let's go. Ukrainian troops took positions northeast of Stepanivka, southwest of Kostiantynivka, in an area Russian forces had previously claimed to control. ISW analysts also noted an increase in Russian infantry attacks in the Kostiantynivka sector. Ukrainian officers operating there said Russian forces had shifted tactics, sending troops forward one by one at intervals. ISW also reported Russian advances toward Huliai Pole in Zaporizhia Oblast, including near Charivne, where Russian troops carried out infiltration missions amid Ukrainian counterattacks. Russian mill bloggers claimed Russian forces also advanced south of Huliai Pilske. President Volodymyr Zelensky said on April 10 that Russian forces sought to capture Drushkivka, Kostiantynivka, and Pokrovsk in Donetsk Oblast by the end of April 2026. Commander-in-Chief of Ukraine's armed forces, Oleksandr Syrsky, said on April 22 that Russian forces had not abandoned their attempts to advance and intended to seize not only Donbas, but all of Ukraine. ISW also said Moscow continues to maintain territorial claims in Ukraine beyond the unoccupied part of Donetsk Oblast. And a Russian T-72 tank concealed in a tree line was destroyed by a series of precise Ukrainian drone strikes, according to footage released by Ukraine's 425th Regiment. The video captures the moment when the armored vehicle, carefully hidden under branches, is detected and subsequently targeted by FPV drones. The report highlights the ongoing effectiveness of small, agile drone units encountering heavier armored platforms on the battlefield. Despite efforts to camouflage the tank within a wooded strip, Ukrainian operators were able to identify the target, demonstrating the increasing limitations of traditional concealment techniques in modern warfare. Once the tank was located, FPV drones were deployed to engage it. The footage shows a sequence of strikes hitting the vehicle in rapid succession. Each impact appears to further degrade the tank's condition, ultimately turning it into a burning wreck. The use of multiple drones in a coordinated strike underscores a tactical shift towards swarm-like engagements. Rather than relying on a single munition, operators delivered repeated hits to ensure the destruction of the target, leaving no opportunity for the crew to react or withdraw. As Defense Express previously reported, Ukraine's unmanned systems forces have struck 2 Russian military helicopters in Voronezh region. Marking another instance of Kyiv's expanding ability to target aviation assets deep inside Russian territory. The operation took place on April 29 and involved coordinated drone strikes against grounded aircraft.